Thank you.
Sugeng, can you hear me all right?
Yes, good. Clear
Yes.
and
Cool. You can hear me, correct?
yes, very well.
All right, very well. Like so. Anyone cares? We just didn't plug in Geshe-la's computer. It's our fault.
Well, it ran out of power?
Yeah, just don't tell anyone.
Okay,
Okay.
no one will know,
No one's gonna know.
except
Yeah.
these 138 people. Plus whoever's in the room.
I like to confess.
Oh, he's frozen.
Is that a screenshot? It is frozen.
I would start your quiz whenever you want, man.
Okay, I'll start now, sir.
Guys, your Michael looks so different today.
So different, huh? Let me share my screen. And oh, it doesn't want to come up. Oh, pause. I don't know. I've been having this problem since yesterday. Resume share. How to resume share? I don't know. Oh gosh. Okay. I know what to do. Let me do it this way. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. It's not coming up. Okay. Ah, this is better. Okay.
Hey,
So let's start. What are the 4 steps to turn back the process of entering the wheel? Does anyone remember?
4 steps. I don't know.
oh, are you talking about the basis of the reverse, what the
Yes.
reverse focuses on?
Yes. What is the first one? The base.
Yep.
Yes, and then what is the second
Fo-
one?
The focus.
The focus, yeah, the way you look at things. And then the third one,
Regarding things in a reversed way.
in a new way or reverse way.
And
Yeah.
then the last one, which is really, not the step, but it's reaching the result of the reverse. Oh,
Which is to shut down the wheel. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Venerable. Okay, the next one. What is virtue and what is non-virtue? I think this is pretty easy.
I mean, traditionally, virtue is that thing a deed that yields a positive result.
Okay.
Yeah, is the opposite.
Okay.
the antidote for misunderstanding.
Yes. I play with the pun here. Virtue by virtue of being the antidote of misunderstanding. And
Ah.
by virtue of being the reverse of the antidote for misunderstanding. Yeah. Okay, the last one. What is non-criticizable according to our text?
Hmm.
I hope this is the correct spelling. This is a made-up word, I believe. Criticizable.
You need another CI in there. Criticize.
Criticizable. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Criticizable.
English is so weird.
But interesting. At least easier than Tibetan for now. So, anyone remember what is that according to our text? This is something which is pretty shocking,
Oh,
surprising.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Got it. So even though we do a lot of good deeds, this is but
Like
even
the evil thing, yeah.
yes,
It's
Oscar.
evil to think that a pen comes from itself, right?
And how do we phrase them? As in inside the will, outside the will kind of thing? How would you say them?
Oh,
So virtues which are what and non-what.
Oh, um, hmm.
We don't have Vimala here today, though.
oh, stained and
Yes, that is
unstained. Yeah.
Doing what you call good deeds with,
which is unstained.
Yeah.
And I need one more. Okay, all right. Now, STW, not D. I hope Stanley got the joke. Okay, what is Dunki? Dunki.
For that purpose.
Yeah, close. Well, I just
by
By
virtue,
virtue, yeah.
virtue. Yes, I just want to fish this word out because of that. Kanamatoa.
Criticizable.
Criticizable. Yeah, I got it right here. Criticizable. Kianom.
Beautiful. Really
Beautiful.
sexy.
Yeah, who said that? Oscar, yeah. Very attractive. All right. Oh, okay. I didn't see the chat. Yeah, thank you, team, for virtue of something. Okay, Geshe-la, these are my attempt. And since I was not given any verses, I just continued.
Please read the Tibetan Dr. Sugeng.
Thank you, sir.
in English.
Tham check yang ten ching drel wa njung wa yin pe chir ten ching drel par njung wa she jiao.
I like it. It's a good translation.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Okay, all these are referred to as dependents because they occur in dependence on each other. Perfect. Very good.
Here's a quick question. On the Tibetan, Tenjing Jawar and Tenjing Jawpar, which I think is usually interchangeable, but is it weird that there's like one different than the other in the same sentence?
It is weird, but I would leave it alone because this sutra is so ancient, and it's a good question, Nick. The second bar could indicate that had a D on the end of the del in front of it. So it could possibly mean because they have occurred on, you see what I mean?
Yeah, those things have occurred.
They occurred through having depended on each other. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
There would be a da suffix after a la?
An ancient secondary suffix which has dropped out of the language since the Buddha's time. Or so the past tense of Tibetan used to have a D on it in some cases. And I believe L takes a D. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
So it's not necessarily the case, but it's very possibly the case. So I would leave it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh. All right. Thank you. Benile kyang mi shepala sokpe chiki tun tenpar chamte songpa.
Good. Deni le kyang. Yeah, from the same text. Mi shepala sopetsik. When they talk about Nishepa, instead of what, Sugeng?
Instead of me, marikpa.
Good. Instead of saying misunderstanding, they say not knowing. Okay, and you could debate that. You could go to the debate ground and debate that. Is misunderstanding the same as not knowing? And that's a famous distinction. Okay. But here it says, yeah, go ahead.
It's just some variation in the text so that we don't keep repeating marikpa or I get.
I think at some point in these texts, they start trying to give synonyms for marikpa.
Yeah.
And somebody's mishepa. Yeah, not knowing.
Okay.
But for example, Vasubandhu in the Abhidhammakosha is careful to say it's marikpa is not mishepa.
Okay, sure.
So I would say dini ne kamishipa. And from that book also, it says we can start out by speaking about the meaning in terms of not knowing. Okay. The tsam means start out. Okay. So the same text states we can start out by exploring the meaning of the words not knowing rather than misunderstanding. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Good. Yeah. Well, in the sutra, when Buddha's trying to get the monks to understand what he means by misunderstanding, he says, you don't know enough. But it's famous that it's not the same. When you get more precise, it's not the same. Yeah. Misunderstanding is different from never having heard about something. Yeah. Okay.
You're saying chamte means what just now?
Start out.
Start out. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. It means to undertake, and it also means to compose a book. Okay. It has two separate meanings. Here it means to start the explanation. Okay.
All right.
We also had it another meaning recently. It was what was that? Anyway, yep. Starting out here.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Chunpa, mitun pe chok marik pe chedak kang shena.
Good. Yeah, you have to catch the tsumba though.
Oh yeah, or reference one.
Oh yeah, oh Reverend ones. Oh, I'm
What?
sorry, no, you're correct. The monks are referring to Lord Buddha as tsumba. So tsumba is always said by the monks. I made a mistake. You should it's the monks addressing Lord Buddha actually.
The monks. Okay.
He answers Gelong Dak. They refer to him as Simba.
Okay.
Okay. So it's actually the monks are talking to Lord Buddha.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
they say, can you give us some detail on this idea of misunderstanding, which works against our spiritual progress? Mitumbecho. Okay. Can you give us some detail on this concept of misunderstanding, which is working against us in our practice? Okay. Mitumbecho means that.
Okay. I see. So chedak here means some details, right?
Yep. And what's Chida Mawa?
Detailists.
Detail is
The detail is school. The detail is school. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
okay.
What's Chi Chedar? What's Chi Chedar?
Quality and characteristics.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Chedak. Okay. All right. Thank you. And Gelong Dak, Marik Pani, Choki Choki Mitun Pe Chokin Padang, Ya Chen Poi Choki Mitun Pe Chokin Par Yang Tawar Chao.
Okay, good. Nice. It's a great translation. Oh, monks, misunderstanding can be considered two different things. What works against the highest of all things, and what works against the widespread practices. Now, this should remind you of something in the Lamrim.
Oh,
Yeah, the wide and the profound. Yeah. So he doesn't use the word sabba or profound here. He uses chok, which means supreme. But he's referring to the same thing. Okay. So he says, misunderstanding either hurts your practice of perfections 5 and 6, or it hurts your practice of perfections 1, 2, 3.
Okay, but yeah, Geshe, I think you have a note here, and when we go down below, it's not really.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
And Sunpa, Marik Pani, Choki Choki, Mitun Pe Chokji Tarlak, Gelong Dak, Wang Ponga Nam Ki Nang Ne, Di Nilang War Jawan Di Tenpar Jawate, Di Late Sharap Ki Wang Po.
Whoa. Okay. Whoa. So is this the same wood block? The two pictures you have here?
Yeah, somehow. Oh yeah, they're the same. This is actually a blowout of this part.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Nam dini lawa jawa dini den jawa te. Okay. So now we know that my correction for the first one was correct. Okay. It should have been nangne. Okay. You can see it in the middle of your blow up. Okay. You can see it there, right? Nangne. Yep. And then the second correction I suggested, it should be a dengbu there. It should be BSTEN. So the carving is wrong. Okay.
Yeah, something's here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And what you should do, Sugeng, and I don't know, we have access to 3 or 4 different tengyus. We have access to 3 or 4 different carvings of your text. And Nick and Ben can help you get them if we don't already have them. I don't remember.
I just grabbed the
Uh,
one from the Derge and put it in the Dropbox.
Okay, and then you should grab the one from the Nartung and the Sertri if
Okay.
it's available.
They are, yeah, I'll get them.
Okay, so there's other additions, Sugeng, other carvings from other monasteries in ancient times, like about 300-400 years ago. So anyway, let's translate this together. Oh, Reverend One, what does it mean when you say that? What does it mean when you say that misunderstanding works against the highest of all things? Yeah. What does it mean when you say that misunderstanding works against the highest of all things? Okay.
Okay, and yeah, and then Gelong Duck is here.
Yeah, and all monks, if you consider the 5 powers, right?
Yes.
And he's trying to say something like what are the 5 powers? We had them in Stanley's book. And Abhidharma is a very common source for every kind of cool thing. No, we had faith, effort, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom, okay? Mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. And here it says, O monks, from among the 5 powers, what's the one you should really practice? Langwa. What's the one you should really rely upon? Basten, please. Okay. Well, I'll tell you which one. Ditate. It's Sherakiwambo. Okay. So, and then you'll have to have a footnote from this other Vasubandhu text.
Okay.
By Stanley Bandhu about what are the 5 powers. So he says, among the 5 powers, the coolest one, the one you should be practicing, and the one you should be relying upon is, I'll tell you what it is. It's the power of wisdom. Okay. You type very fast. That's cool. Now I know I can send you books to type.
My pleasure. All right. Thank you.
In Kyoto, I was retyping a book the whole day.
Oh, okay. You can send to me next time, Geshe.
Yeah, okay, good. You were just down the hall. Okay, good. Then that's pretty easy. Let's go to the next one. And here it says misunderstanding. Yeah, what works against it? What's it?
The
Wambo, the power of wisdom. Okay, they here, Deyi means of the power of wisdom. Okay, what works against the power of wisdom? Well, that's Marikpa. Okay, and because of that, Dena, yeah. Therefore, you can say therefore, we call misunderstanding what works against the highest of all things. Because it works against the power of wisdom, misunderstanding is working against the highest of all things.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And by the way, Chokcho here doesn't refer to Jorlam, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Highest of all things.
Chicho, yeah.
Highest of
Yeah.
things. Highest of all things. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One more. Oh,
Good.
2 more. Okay, one more. Sunpa.
Now we know Tsumba is referring to. Oh, please read. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Please read.
Buddha. Yeah. Sunpa. Jitar gya chempoi chuki mitun pe chok marik palak kelong dak tu pa le chung watang sam pa le chung watang gom pa le chúng we shepe mitun pe chok marik payin thế na gia chen poi choki mitun pe chok se jao.
Okay. Then they ask, by the way, I should have split this into two paragraphs. After locks, we should have split the paragraph. Yeah. Because it's two different people talking. Okay. Hey, Tsumba. Oh, Reverend One. How is it that misunderstanding works against the widespread practices? Nice. Okay. We already described how it works against
The
wisdom. Yeah. The highest, profound in Lam Rim language, right? Okay. And they asked the Buddha, well, how does it work against the practices of, other practices? And he says, it works against Tejung. What's that?
the listening, learning.
Well, this is tricky because Tejung means Tupa Le Chungwei Shira.
Wisdom obtained from coming from the learning, listening to.
Yeah. Understanding you get from going to mixed nuts class. Even if you don't understand everything, even if you don't like everything, even if you're tired, bored, hungry, got to go to the bathroom, just sitting in the class, you get some kind of, your IQ goes up. It's very interesting. It's really interesting. And it's noticeable. If you do it for a while, you can be smarter in everything you do, or at least you think you are. So, okay, so the wisdom which comes from coming to class, the wisdom which comes from driving home with Jigme in the car and thinking about what I heard in the class. That's called Sampa, right? Sampa. So Sampa Le Chungwei Shira. Okay, it works. How does it work against widespread practices? It works against the understanding you get in class. It works against the understanding you get when you're sitting alone and thinking. And it works against the understanding you get when you
Do meditate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
By the way, this Shepa, right? Sugeng in the second line,
Yes.
without Agikui, just Shepa. That distributes to the first, to three different items here. Okay? Tepa Le Chungwe Shepa, Saba Le Chungwe Shepa, Gomba Le Chungwe Shepa. Okay? That Shepa, the position of the Shepa in the syntax, means that it's being repeated three times. He just doesn't show it. Now, he has chosen the word Shepa instead of shared up. Okay, so now it's going to help your translation, because he's not saying what misunderstanding hurts is wisdom when you're talking about the widespread practices. He's talking about it hurts your understanding, not that it hurts your wisdom. Okay, got it? So, oh monks, oh monks, misunderstanding is something that works against understanding. Okay, that comes from classroom time, understanding that comes from contemplating, and understanding that comes from meditation. Good. Therefore, because misunderstanding works against that three-step process of all Buddhist learning, it is working against the widespread practices. So here, widespread practices does not refer, as it does in the Lam Rim, to the first three and a half perfections, for example. It's talking about working against the three steps of Buddhist education. Okay, all right, cool.
Okay, thank you, Geshe-la.
And
That's
whether that's important or not, we don't know yet. Okay. Nice. I love your shirt. I wish I was in Indonesia.
in Singapore now.
Because you can wear it. If you wear that shirt around here, they probably put you in jail. I don't know. Okay.
Because it's winter, right?
Because it's Arizona. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm sharing my screen. Where is that? Let's get this out of the way. Move this down. Okay, good.
We are close to the end of misunderstanding, Geshe-la.
Don't hope. That's a big translation principle. As soon as you think you're getting close to something bad happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Cross
All
my feet.
right. I'm going to ask Sugeng to read the first paragraph, and then because your pronunciation is perfect, you can choose people after that. But let's do the first one together.
All right, thank you. Zunpa Marikpat Tang Jesun Drelpe Chedak Lak Gelong Shipe Chemo Menche Ki Kamsumpe Semchen Namla Ditate Semchen Namla Mishepa Yipa Teni Tumbur Ma Chepa So Sudong Tu Ma Chepa Pakla Nyelwa Tang Jesun Drelpa Yino.
Nice. And again, you have an extremely difficult text, and we just have to use it's more important to use our free imagination than it is to look at the words. Okay. Like big concepts. You got to think big concepts. Okay. And I'll start out with one thing. Okay. So Tsumba means they're talking to who?
The monks talking to the Buddha or Reverend.
Yeah. Oh, Reverend one. Okay. Chedak means again details, right? And they're saying, can you give us some more details about this misunderstanding? What are some details that apply Jesu Jawa to Marikpa, to misunderstanding? Can you give us some details that apply to misunderstanding? We can understand more about it. And there should have been a chi here, as there was above. Okay. And so there should have been a chi here. Otherwise, it's not a question. And they're saying to the Buddha, chi lak is a very common question. So somebody has left out the chi. And you're dealing with a text which was, I don't know, someone had it in their pocket when their mom washed their jeans. And okay. Right, Shintian? We know about that.
Chilakya is like an honorific way of asking the Buddha, right? Is that the meaning?
Not necessarily, but chilak means what about, or it's a question mark in the ancient, very ancient language. Okay. Oh, so can you give us some more details on this misunderstanding thing? And he replies, we should have cut it here. He replies, oh, Gelong Dak, what's that mean?
Oh, monks, the Buddha addressing the monks.
Good. There's a place in Sansara called Sipet Semu. Sugeng.
The peak of existence.
Yeah, peak of existence. Which of the form or formless realms is that?
The fourth level of the formless.
Yeah, it's the highest level but you're still in Sansara. Okay, it's the highest mental level, and you're still in Sansara. So he says, if you take people at the highest level of Sansara, Menche means on down from there, and everybody under them. It's like a momo pot. Okay, if you take everybody in the top level of the momo pot and everybody below them, in fact, we can say the semchens of the Kamsum. Yeah, the living beings of all three realms, from the very peak of existence down to the bottom of the lowest hell, those people, Semchen Nams, they have Mishipa.
They don't understand. Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah. They have they have a lack of understanding or something like that. And Dumbu means to split something up. Okay. Dumbu means like if you have a churro and you want to split it up for between 3 people, you make 3 dumbus. Okay. So those living beings who are suffering in samsara are incapable of breaking samsara down into dumbus. Okay. They can't analyze it. They can't break it down into its components. What's the ultimate breakdown of samsara?
RAs and non-RAs?
The 12 parts of the
things.
wheel. The 12 parts of the wheel. Okay. Yeah. So Buddha knows how to Dumbo Chepa. He knows how to split churro of samsara into 12 parts. But these other people, they are helpless. They don't know how to break it down so they can stop it. And Sedong Duma Chepa, they don't know how to split it up either. You know, and if you were going to write a fancy commentary, like if you were a Sangha or somebody, you could say they don't know how to split things up into the 12 parts of the wheel, and they don't know how to split them up into the 6 realms that are part of the wheel. You see what I mean? You could decide what he's talking about splitting up or breaking into chunks. Okay. Okay. And why don't people have that? They have bakchaks for samsara. And in the ancient language, these are called bakla nyawa, sleeping in bakchak form. Okay, nyawa means sleeping. Bakla nyawa means they have sleeping. Deep sleeping seeds. They have seeds sleeping deep inside their brain. Nowadays we call bakchak. In the ancient language, they say bakla nyawa. Things sleeping as potentials. You can say hidden potentials or something. And they are wrapped up, Jesu Jawa. They are wrapped up. It's the potentials or the bakchaks, the mental seeds in their mind that are preventing them from seeing how to break down samsara into pieces and turn it around. Okay.
Cool. Wow.
Whoa. And I have some notes here for you for free. Okay, please. Okay, so gang, pick on somebody. There's a lady from Surabaya, and she loves to read. I heard that. I don't know.
Okay. Dena Semchan
Semchen.
Dedak
Okay.
De Dakni Ta Tak De
Tak ki
Taki Ki Ching Pa Yino.
Yeah.
So gang, you're so lucky that you get to correct your wife instead of the other way. You know how it is to be a husband. Okay. All right. Dena, what's that mean?
Therefore,
All these Semchens,
all
Tadak
those-
means all of them are Chingba.
all of the beings are changed.
They are chained up. Yeah, they are chained up in chains. Okay. We had Chingba in whose text? I'll give you $100.
Word.
Whoa, who said word?
Word.
Words? No, that was. We don't believe in apperception in this school. No, it's okay. Word. What did it say in words text?
It said that if a city goer has been chained and is freed, but only was
That's
shooting,
the liberation. That's the liberation body.
yeah,
And
and if that's if that he was in fact a prince and freed, then he would be empowered at that time, and that would be like the Dharma body.
Nice. So you earned your $100. Just get in touch with Ellie or Allison. Do not get in touch with both of them. Okay. I know you wouldn't do that. I'm just saying. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, back to you. Sugeng, who are you going to choose to read?
I want to choose the bodyguard. Rob Haggard.
Oh,
God.
yeah. I don't quite remember all that because I was in another universe at that time.
Who's the bodyguard?
Rob
Oh,
Haggard.
of course.
Still
Mr.
still
Hannigan.
here, which proves he did a good job.
I couldn't recognize him that night. I was wondering, who is this guy?
He looked like Yamantika, you know.
Yeah, it looks so scary. I dare not walk near him.
He was
Please.
even scary to me, and he kept following me around.
Yeah, please
Okay,
read.
let's go.
All right. Gangyang.
Hang Yang,
Gangyang. Is that day?
Dendro,
Yeah, and the next one is the heavy prenasal, so say it right with the one before.
Gangyang day?
Gen-
Dendro.
Dro.
Den-
Dang Dedro. Dangyan. Droy.
Gendroi,
Nandroy. Gyudang. Rebu.
Drebu,
Rebu. Nampar. Jewa.
Yewa,
Gewa.
Yeah.
Mishepa Yang. Yinte. Deyang Shindu. Chunghwa. Ni Shukme. Shukme Pa Na
Chepe.
Chepe Semchen Nam Kyo.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, nice job. So these people, right? All these living beings who are chained up, they have, what is it that they don't understand? Mishepa, okay? What is it that they don't know? They don't know the yewas, namye. They don't know the divisions of Gyu and Jibu, Ingguo,
Cause and effect. Cause and
cause and effect about the dendros and the ngendros.
about the better the higher birth and the lower birth.
Yeah. So when we say people are chained up, what are they chained up into? They're chained up into not understanding. Well, what do they don't understand? They don't understand cause and effect. What kind of cause and effect they don't understand? What gets you to the hell realms and what gets you to the Marvel comic realms? Okay. That's what they don't know. And by the way, those people who are chained up can be classified by how much they don't understand. Okay. So the chungwas, okay. What's chung chung mean? Chung chung. Yeah, he calls them, by the way, this bit should be Shintu, right? The very tiny ones are the sukmes.
The formless realm.
Yeah, meaning Chupe Semchen means the living beings who are residing. In this case, Chupa means who are the ones who are doing their thing in the formless realm. Okay, the ones who are. This is the Chupa that we were supposed to have in whose class tonight? Seiji, because it was Avatara. So they are engaging in their realm, but they don't have a very serious problem. What's that mean? They don't so badly have this problem of not understanding how you get to better realms because they got to a higher realm. Okay? So their misunderstanding, we can rate it as tiny. Okay? Now, can you guess anticipatory translation? If the formless realm people are the tiny ones, who's the medium ones?
Medium will be the form realm.
Form realm. Okay, here we go. Please, who's going to read, Sugeng?
I don't know whether Choi Chien is available.
Mhm.
Chien Choi, Miss Choi.
Hello. Sorry.
Purple haze.
Choi, can you come?
Um,
can try. First time I joined.
Okay, the right.
Hey, that's always the first time.
Okay, Mr. Choi
Which one?
first. Miss Choi.
Vama ni
Good.
zo
Good.
muna kyo ba
Sukma.
nam kyo.
Yeah.
Excellent. That sounds like your 10th time. Parma is means medium, right? The tiny guys are in the formless realm. The medium guys are in the sukham. What's that? Yeah,
form.
they are living, or they are. By the way, chupa means they are engaging in the form realm. It means mentally, their mind is in the form realm level, right? And why are they medium? Because they understand cause and effect pretty good, or they wouldn't be in the form realm. About birth, okay?
Or is it the resulting? They understood it prior to that.
Must be, yeah. Or the makyap, I'd say. Okay, third once again, who's gonna read for you?
Choi. PG.
Oh.
小蔡
Somebody's
陈鹏你都怕
Dupa.
na
Pana.
dupa na
Good.
yo pa
Chupa.
chupa no nums
Nam Kyo.
num kyo.
Yeah, thank you.
nice. The bigger, what's that? The bigger ones, meaning the bigger ignorant ones, are in the dukkam.
In the desire realm.
Yeah, kyo means it's their misunderstanding, which is the biggest one. Okay. What? About birth and about the causes of birth. Now, I want everyone on the Zoom call, everyone. I don't wake up, everybody, even in Sedona. And we're going to read this last sentence together. So, gang, you start with 1, 2, 3, and we'll go with you.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ten
Ching Jiao Bar. Chu wa she ma ye What's it mean, Sugeng? Oh, it's in the English there.
So
Yeah,
this is,
by the way, go ahead, explain, Sugeng.
so this is the conclusion of the misunderstanding division as part of the dependence, the wheel of life.
Yeah, the first chapter, which is the most important chapter of this book. So
Yeah.
the rest is all downhill. Okay. Very, very good job, Sugeng. And it's no one in 2,000 years has studied this book or explained it. So I think you did a great job.
Thank you, Joshua. Thank you for your guidance.
Okay, I'm going to guide you to the second part.
Oh, it's time for the recap, Ken.
Oh, okay. So, gang, let's recap,
Let's recap.
and then I'll give you some homework.
Oh yeah. So we continue with the conversation between the Buddha and the monks. So they were talking about the dependence. Why is it called dependence? So because they are having a dependence on each other, and the monks is asking about what is not knowing. The monk is asking Buddha about more details about the concept of misunderstanding, and Buddha actually started to talk about the misunderstanding can be considered in two different things: what works against the highest things and what works against the widespread practices. And one by one, what works against the highest of all things, referring to the power of wisdom among the five powers, and and then what works against the widespread practices, basically it's about the misunderstanding against the understanding, the misunderstanding that works against the understanding deriving from learning, from contemplation, and from meditation. And finally, as the last part, we are talking about the last part. We are talking about the how the monks are asking more information about this misunderstanding, about the relations, and Buddha was talking about those who lack of knowing, and then they don't know how to break the pieces and how to the parts, and Buddha told them that those because of that those beings are changed. And then the last part we are talking about they are talking about not knowing about the division of the cause and effect for the better and lower birth. And we said the least is basically born in the formless realm, acting in the formless realm, and then the medium is in the form realm, and then the greater not understanding is in the desire realm. Yeah, so this is the conclusion of the first division of the dependence, which is
that's like a perfect summary. Therefore, I'm going to punish you with some homework. I would like you to do Sutra section 27. By the way, this is the sutra in the bold. We already had it, but this is the commentary to it in the not bold. So I want you to do 27, then I want you to go down and do 28. Okay. And let me see here. I want you to go down to these big 16-point words down here. This is a section from a sutra which I have pulled out for you, okay? And you're gonna need it to understand your text. So ask Shin Tian to remind you, like she always does, that you're gonna have to translate down to Duche Nam She Jiao, okay? The big letters, the end of the big letters, okay? All right, good luck. Don't get a headache.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, now we got lots of coyotes in Arizona. These are noisy little dogs. They look like dogs, wild animals, and they make certain noises. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday,
dear
dear Vasubandhu. Happy
birthday
to you.
Thank you.
And we're taking it as a sign that on your birthday, we have finished off our misunderstanding.
Yeah.
So you don't need Tsongkhapa's book. Okay? On your birthday, we stopped misunderstanding, meaning we stopped the chapter.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah to you. Yeah, you're so lucky to have that free DJ in your house. You found him in Tower Records. He can probably sing in Sanskrit, I'm guessing.
Not sing yet,
All right,
but
happy birthday.
Thank you, Lord.
We'll eat some cake. We'll eat some cake for you, okay?
Classes.
Thank you. Thank you for existing. All right.
Thank you,
Bye.
Geshe-la.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
good night, you guys. Get some sleep. I see some people getting tired. You're not allowed to get tired for one more week, okay?
Okay.
Thank you,
Get
Geshe-la.
some sleep. Okay,
you.
good night, you
Thanks
guys.
for another awesome day, Geshe-la. We'll see you bright and early as usual.
Maybe early, but not bright. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye 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 bye.
Bye.